Let me now invite Mr. Shakun Khanna, Vice President and Head, SAS Alliance, Asia Pacific, Oracle India Private Limited for the address. Mr. Shakun Khanna is a highly sought after business strategy and HR transformation expert in Asia and serves as Vice President and Head of Cloud Application Alliances, Asia Pacific at Oracle Corporation. He is also the co-founder of Consensus Advisory. Over the last 22 years, Mr. Shakun has been transformation advisor to many Fortune 500 and industry-leading companies. During this period, Mr. Shakun has been the head of Right Management India, head of IBM Smarter Workforce, and the leader of Employee Engagement and Leadership Development Practice for Gallup Consulting. Over the last 2 decades, he has helped many organizations transform their business strategy, digital transformation, employer branding, talent management, organization design, development, employee experience, leadership development, and succession planning. An accredited executive coach, Mr. Shakun is also a master facilitator, the consciousness-based leadership with the International Center for Contemporary Consciousness, an inquisitive traveler and avid reader. A very warm welcome.
Right. Good morning. How many of you are excited? You're starting your new journey, new life. How many of you are excited? Okay. Good. Everybody is excited. You know, while I was sitting there, Shishirji, and you were talking about, and Narang Sahib, you were talking about, I went back to the day when I started, my management, and I was looking at it, and I was trying to reflect how things have changed. And you alluded to a lot of things, how India has changed, how our infrastructure has changed. In fact, fundamentally, the problems that we as corporates face have also significantly changed. So let me ask you, what do you think is the biggest problem of very large companies, whether it is a JK Group or a multinational like DB Shankar or Oracle, which I represent? What do you think is our single biggest problem in India today? Anybody? हमारी जैसी कंपनियों की सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या है आज की डेट में, इंडिया में स्पेसिफिकली? Anybody? Say it loudly. Huh? Competition, somebody said? No, I don't think so. Customer reach? It used to be, but then with the startups and technology, he said it's very easy to produce and market a product very quickly. Think more, yes. Skilled employees. Who said that? Yeah, let's give them a big hand. It is very ironical. India is one of the most populous, in fact, the second largest, or now we are the largest, right? We are the most populous country in the world. We are also the largest producers of graduates in the world. Yet, companies like ours find it so difficult to find the people with, as Shishiji said, right aptitude and the right attitude. And I think that has fundamentally changed since I started my career, or I had an orientation like this. हमारे time पे there were lesser number of jobs and more number of skilled people who had the right attitude and the right aptitude. तो हमको बड़ा cheated सी feeling आती थी then, in spite of the fact that we are capable, there are not many opportunities. But today that has flipped. There are far lesser number of people and a far more number of opportunities available. And why I am saying that? I am saying this because when Narang Sahib started speaking, he said, lot of people on the day one of joining an institution like this are worried about placements or mera kya hoga, what will I do? The first thing I want to tell you is forget about it. Today, in the new India, you are in a very unique position, and with a prestigious institution like Jaipuria, the last thing that you should worry about is placement. Because if you have the right kind of skills, if you have the right kind of aptitude and attitude, there will be so many opportunities that you will be spoiled for opportunities. आपके लिए ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी कि मैं क्या करूं, आपके लिए ये प्रॉब्लम होगी कि मैं क्या ना करूं, and I think you are very lucky that way. So therefore, over the next 2 years that you are here, enjoy your life, and focus on building the right kind of capabilities or competence. And while you are doing that, I just want to leave you with the 4 points that you should think. And these are 4 points that Shishirji already spoke about. So I will be just repeating and reiterating what you said. First thing is playing to your strengths. Our system is such, और हमारी society में इंडिया में ये बहुत होता है कि भाई okay, you are good at certain things which is fine, but what is it that you are not good at and focus on that. Gone are those days. Today, it is very clear everybody is unique, everybody has certain unique skill sets and everybody has some strengths. हमारी जो strengths होती हैं, often we don't feel that they are strengths. We feel, oh, this is like free, this is natural, and I get attracted towards developing something which is not in me. So the first request or a suggestion or an advice I would give you is, don't worry about what you are not good at, but focus on whatever you are good at. They say that it takes about, they say that if you practice anything for 10,000 hours, you will become the best in the world in that. Right? So if you look at Sachin Tendulkar, what he did, he practiced for 10,000 hours. What did Parag do? Perhaps he practiced that. Now you cannot practice that much in a space or in a field which you don't like, or something that doesn't come to you naturally. So focusing on your strength is extremely critical and extremely important. जब आप अपनी strengths पे focus करते हैं और उसी skill को hone करते हैं, then you become the best in the world. Then you are able to attract all sorts of opportunities, and you really don't have to worry about things, right? If you are not doing that, if you are trying to be somebody else, then there is a fundamental problem, because half of your energy, in fact 90% of your energy, is going at projecting what you are not. So as soon as possible over the next few weeks, please identify what are your core strengths and build a career, build a academic career first, and then your professional career around that. So that's number one. The other thing that again Shishirji talked about is networking. Extremely critical. Whether you want to be an entrepreneur, whether you want to be a corporate citizen, or you want to be a social enterprise person, right? Whatever it is, networking will play a very important role. So do that carefully and do that purposefully. A lot of times people don't do that. Pick up skills. Today knowledge is free. Pick up skills. You've got great mentors here. Talk to them, understand. But whatever you want to do, networking is going to be extremely critical and important. Please focus on that. The third piece is risk taking and failing. Again, your Chandrayaan example, sir. Very quickly you fail, you learn, and then move on. Gone are those days when you had to hide your failure. In fact, one of the skills or one of the experiences that we look at when we recruit people is, have you seen enough of failures as well? Typically when you have a very good academic background, you've been always successful, school में थे तो सब कुछ अच्छा था, college में अच्छा किया, Jaipuria में admission हो गया, so you've always seen success, right? But failure is also a great learning experience, right? So fail fast, try certain new thing, fail, learn from that, and move on. The last two things I will talk about is your thinking. These days, and we were just talking about it over the cup of tea, when I mentioned that I have been in this company for 8 years, and somebody said, wow, this is a long time. Yes, but no, right? Whenever you start, think about what is the long-term perspective. Often, and one of the problems that we have is that youngsters are very impatient today. People change jobs on a little bit of money, one promotion here, one promotion there. In the long run, that doesn't help. In the short run, it might help you to buy that car quickly or buy that house quickly. But if you look at your long-standing career, I started working the year when people like Sundar Pichai or people like Satya Nadella started, we were in the same year. But what is the difference? The difference was that they started first of all, they were very clear what they wanted to do. They did that and continue to do that with a single company. So I'm not saying that you be in the same company for a long time, but make sure that you know what is your area of strength, what is the field that you have chosen, and then build on that. As early as in your life and career you can find that out, it'll be absolutely wonderful. And the last piece I would say, which perhaps is most important, is to enjoy your life and learning experience enough and more, right? Don't worry about getting stressed. You know, in our times we were constantly told, अरे तुम कॉलेज में हो, तुम तो MBA कर रहे हो, तो तुम्हें हक नहीं है कि तुम कुछ enjoyment करो, तुम कुछ करो. I think that is equally important. That what give you a holistic life. Focus on your social well-being, your financial well-being, your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, and I think you have a very, very bright future here. So with that, I wish you all the best, and I think there's a very, very bright life ahead for you. Thank you so much and all the best.